from the bottom and I'm feeling like I'm chosen. Now I'm on the south side, maximize motion. Maximize motion, maximize motion. Money over everything, that's the motive.
You got a perfect there? You sure?
Yeah.
Fresh plate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so Maximize Motion Podcast, episode 1. This is the beginning of something very legendary, man. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in, that's watching. This is the genesis. This is the start, the very first start. Myself, I go by TropDavinci. You at Ep1 Productions. I got my co-host with me, Miguel Santos.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Super producer. And my guy, Robbie, genius behind a lot of them NFTs that you guys love. You know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know? So, yeah, man, basically what we do on this podcast, what we starting to do, what the whole theme is, what the whole vibe really is just, it's called Maximize Motion. You know, we want to inspire, not only to inspire, but we want humans and people out there, creatives, whatever it is you do, we want to provide the useful information and tools to help you maximize your potential to the fullest extent, meaning, you know, anything you're going through, whether it's trials and tribulations, setbacks, losses, or even just trying to find some motivation to keep going and keep being inspired, you came to the right place. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, man, let's get it started, man. First and foremost, before we even get going, I want to thank Bel Air, exclusively Bel Air Black Bottle Boys. We want to thank Vibe Papers for always supplying the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. They got my boy Robbie dripped out. You know what I'm saying? And Maybach Music, the biggest. Rick Ross, Ricky Rose, Renzel, yes.
Let's go.
Make sure y'all pick up the book, man. Life's all about maximizing your motion, maximizing your potential. If you want to get to the bag, you want to understand how to grow a business, how to scale, how to take control of your life, you pick up that book, man. It's a perfect day to boss up, and it's never too late to boss up. You know what I'm saying? So it's good.
Yeah, man. I got to get my hands on a copy of that, man. I've been meaning to read more this year. That's a goal of mine, to read more in 2023. So I got to get a copy of that.
It's a special vibe, bro. It's like, you know, it got a lot of gems. It got like, you know, it talks about how the pandemic slowed a lot of people up, but some people look at it as like an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but when that pandemic hit, like, I gotta say, I thank God, like, I didn't even feel the pandemic, man. I didn't even feel that shit, bro. Like that shit, just the money kept coming in, sessions kept getting booked. It's like I was doing sessions with gloves and mask on, like literally latex gloves and a mask on, just right there in the studio. Like I wasn't even dapping people up. Like latex gloves. I literally mean like I'm not even lying. Latex gloves and mask, a whole mask and latex gloves, just like that, like doing my sessions, bro.
Yeah, I felt like the mindset, like you gotta just decide what you're gonna do. Are you gonna be like scared behind closed doors? You're gonna figure out a way to go through like tough situations like that.
Mm-hmm.
You decided to be like, no, let's keep this moving.
Gotta keep it moving, bro. Yeah, definitely. But I'm sure y'all can relate, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as like building a brand, and you know, you have this vision in you, in your head. You have this vision, this gut feeling, and it's like that's the ultimate fear of like an entrepreneur or like a creative, like pursuing that feeling while everybody around you is like, oh, you're crazy, oh, you shouldn't do that, I don't think that's gonna work. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure you've heard it, you know, y'all heard it, y'all creatives too, man. You know what I mean?
And it's a choice to listen to that. I think every day you're gonna be faced with that from friends, haters, everywhere, you know, all walks of life. So it's a decision at the end of the day whether you listen to that and then, you know, just crumble under that pressure, you rise above it, like you were saying during pandemic. Countless people I've talked to, they were saying that the pandemic was actually a blessing, that more work came through the pandemic. So it really is just a mindset, like you're saying, and rise up.
I mean, hear it from yourself too. Like as a creative, I think the toughest part is like our like internal roller coaster. Like we're so emotional, and like that comes out through our art, whatever that is. You know, so. Like, I think the toughest part about being creative is self-doubt. And and also the extreme cons you gotta have because you gotta be a little crazy.
You gotta be. You really gotta be. Like, I've heard this so many times. Like, if y'all read Russ's book, like, he talks about it. Even I saw an interview with J. Cole that he talks about it. You gotta be delusional almost, bro. You gotta be like, I'm gonna do this no matter what because I know it feels right and I know this is what I want. No matter what anybody tells you, bro.
100%.
Like, even if sometimes, bro, even you could be mentored by a super powerful, successful person, and even if that person doesn't believe in your vision, you gotta keep pursuing that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like you just gotta follow your intuition. I feel like if everybody was in tune with their intuition and follows their gut and comes up, you gotta have a blueprint, right? So like, I feel like you need a blueprint for your success.
It's a blueprint.
It's a blueprint, and your blueprint, it's like setting boundaries in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Boundaries are gonna change. Your blueprint, it's gonna change, but you gotta make it a point to constantly look over that blueprint and be like, all right, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, set these goals. I feel like you setting goals, there's different types of goals. There's long-term goals and there's short-term goals. The short-term goals keep you going to reach the long-term goals. Because if you just have a long-term goal, but you don't have a plan on how to get there, that's where the short-term goals are coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, the short-term goals allow you to keep moving forward, whether it be, oh man, I'm kind of like struggling right now. I need to get a job. I need to go work at this movie theater right quick to make a couple $100 just to keep the gas in my whip to get me to point A to point B, whatever it may be. Those steps and that hustle is going to keep you motivated to, I feel, at least for me, it's going to would keep me motivated to like get to the next step and excel to the next step. You know what I mean?
So like, how did you put that blueprint together? Like, I think people want to know, like, especially like younger kids, like when they don't know where to get started. Like, where did you start, like, putting together your first sort of blueprint? Like, for me, I'm thinking about, like, my teachers, like, my mentors. Like, I found out the guy who's doing it the best way possible, that is within my reach, and I was like, all right, I'm going to him. Like, whatever it takes, I'm going to learn from him, and I can start putting together my own piece. But, like, what about you? What did you, like, what was your, like, first steps into this? Or, like, what would you advise kids to, like, go to?
I think at first, like, when I was, like, younger, like, you know, again, this is for me. Everybody's journey is different. But, like, for me, it was, like, I started off just pursuing what I wanted to do. So, whether that be, I'm a skateboarder. I like to skateboard. So, I knew that I wanted to skateboard and nothing was going to stop me. I don't care if I got bad grades. I don't care if I got kicked out of school, if I got kicked out of class. I knew that I wanted to skateboard. It might have been a little naive of me as a kid, but that was my mindset. My mom would take my skateboard away when I came home with bad grades, and I used to be like, man, she tripping. Like she thinks that taking my skateboard is gonna make me get good grades. It's gonna make me get worse grades. I'm gonna come home, if I got straight D's, I'm gonna come home with straight F's because I'm pissed. I don't want to do no work. Give me my skateboard, I'll do some work. You know? And I remember I remember there was this website, back then there was a website. It was I don't know if it's probably still around. It's called ask.com. You used to be able to ask questions and people used to give you advice on whatever you asked. And I put like my mom took my skateboard away, so I was like kind of like grounded. I couldn't skate. You feel me? So I'm like in 6th grade or some shit, and like I'm typing on the fucking ass thing. I'm like, my mom wants to take my skateboard away.
What do I do?
She doesn't understand that I just don't care about school. I don't care about getting good grades. Like, she thinks taking away my skateboard is going to make me get better grades. And she doesn't understand that it's not going to work that way. Bro, the next day I got like 20 responses from like people just chewing me out, bro. You better grow up before life kicks you in your little ass. You better grow up and get your grades right. You think your mom's doing the right thing and all this. And I'm like, damn. Like, that shit like shocked me, bro. I thought they were gonna agree with me. I was expecting like, yeah, you know.
It was gonna support you, right?
Yeah. Like you know, like you're in the right. Don't worry about it. She doesn't understand your passion. She doesn't understand. And it was just like, nah. But you know, for me, I was like that, like just following my intuition, bro. Starting like that, and then as I got older and I was around more successful people, I understood that like, okay, I need to plan this stuff out. This is literally like the art of war. Like, if whatever you're going through, I feel like whatever anybody's going through, any situation, if they come up with a blueprint, meaning a plan to come through that storm or execute any goal that you got, it's the discipline to stick to it and to stick to that plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's,
Right.
it's like Marines in combat. They don't just go in combat without no guidance or just a plan. They got a plan, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those basic little fundamental things apply to just everything in life. Even just like when I was skateboarding, like you fall and you try again, you're gonna bust your ass, you're gonna scrape your elbow, but you keep trying.
It's part of the game.
And when you land that trick, it's like everything just goes away. It's like the ultimate satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was my journey, you know what I'm saying? Like sticking to the blueprint, you know what I mean?
Love it.
100%, man.
Yeah, bro.
So let's go around, kind of talk about what we've got currently going on, what each one of us is going
y'all
through.
got some stuff going on, man. Let 'em know.
You know, we out here in Miami. A lot of big things in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of work if you're willing to work for it. Like Trop was saying,
Cool.
stick to that blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
So want to go down the line?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Let
man.
them know,
so,
man. Let them know where to find you, man. Let them know that you got the hot beats, man.
Yeah, man. So Miguel Santos, producer out here in Miami. Man, originally from Orlando, born in Puerto Rico, raised in Orlando, so not too far from out here, man. Moved out here in June, so been out like 8 or 9 months out here, and it's been a blessing, man. A lot of work, a lot of opportunities, man. I came here to work, and that's exactly what I'm doing, man. So met my boy Trop in around August.
Yeah, sometime last year.
So a couple months through another great producer, 24 Loud, who's out here producing, killing the game. Just got a song out with Michael J. You did the engineering, right?
Nah, I produced it too.
Produced. So they co-produced it.
He
Michael
actually
J.
did the engineering for that one.
Okay, so I got to reverse.
He co-produced with me. I co-produced with him on that. I did the melody. He did the engineering and all that other stuff.
Hell yeah! But if y'all haven't checked it out, man, it's fire. The new single, man. And yeah, man, working out here, engineering with Trop here at the Theater Productions in Miami, engineering at a couple other studios, and producing, getting the music out here, getting the music heard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. If you need the melodies, you know where to go.
He has the magic fingers. He has the magic. I'm sorry, man. I'm on that Vion. I'm like, Vion will creep up on you, man. You know,
Creep up slowly.
It'll creep up slowly, but it feels good. You know, it feels great. You know?
Yeah, man. How about you, Robbie? What you got going on? A lot of great
so
things.
I got
Yes,
a lot of stuff cooking up. I'm Robbie Cruz. I'm an entrepreneur here in Miami. I got a little company going called Fruity Labs. It's a Web3 creative studio. A lot of the stuff is focused on like commercial strategy and commercial marketing for products, brands in the Web3 space and anything else. So like we've done some work with Vibes. We've done some work with a few independent creators in the space and different variety of different projects and brands like Portage Yacht Club and all that stuff. So yeah, we're out here. I'm just trying to build out the new wave tech hub here in Miami. I'm into music, I'm into cannabis, into the culture, I'm into a lot of things. So
Yeah, man. And you just got finished speaking at Miami.
I was just
Crypto Week?
representing out here in Miami for Miami NFT Week.
Woo.
Spoke on Saturday on a community and
How's that like, man? Like, what's
man.
What's it like? Was it nerve-wracking? Like, was that like something you planned on ever doing in your life? Like, did you ever think you were gonna?
I've never planned in my life to ever, as a kid, to speak on a stage about like technology and like how it's impacting our daily lives.
You're
like,
probably a lot younger than a lot of them guys out there, right?
Yeah, definitely. I'm probably one of the youngest ones out there. It's cool. It's cool to see. It's cool to be around. You know that. Like, it's always a learning experience, obviously. But I think I got my own experience as well, and I'm also here to share that with my words, my perspective, and the way that I communicate. Because like, I'm not communicating necessarily like everyone else there. Like, maybe more technical. Some people a little more like nuanced. Like, I feel like I can communicate clearly to people in a way that they understand, and I use that in my strength in the space. So like, I have a deep understanding. I show up every single day. Same thing with the grind. It's just like to have a deep understanding of what's going on.
That's key.
Current events, innovations, like landmark events, like things that impacted the space and changed it a different way. Like music too. Like I'm a music historian. Like I know everything that's gone down since like radio started and how American music formed and where we are today. Like we gotta know that shit to like keep this moving forward. So like we apply that to our game. And like and evolve with what's going on combined. Because like nothing is new.
Nah, everything's recycled.
Everything's recycled. It's the way you piece it together. Like that's what makes people creative. And
that's
like
true.
The best people got the blueprint from someone else. And like, you know, Jay-Z made the blueprint, but then like Kendrick Lamar came out with like To Pimp a Butterfly or something like that.
Yeah.
Like we keep the game going. Drake, you know, all these people.
100%, man.
Yep. You definitely said it, man. You said like, you know, the deep understanding. You feel me? Like I feel like that is a gem right there, bro. Like you gotta have a deep understanding of what, like, I feel like it takes to really be at that top tier level. But that's not to say, like, you know, if you just want to go to work and you know, support your family, go to work and, you know, go home, drink a beer, watch the games, wake up and support. That's equally as satisfying as somebody that's pursuing a purpose. You feel me? So like
because that is their purpose, you know.
Exactly.
So it's like cool, like
Correct.
Beautiful. Like God bless you. You
Exactly.
do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's that. Like I don't, you know. I'm not just on here, like, we're not just on here, like, preaching, like, oh, you know, you have to pursue a purpose and you have to excel at the top one. Nah, like, I feel like a lot of creatives are like that because, you know, we push our boundaries and we push ourselves every day, right? Yeah. But it's just as the same as somebody that just goes to work and goes home to their wife and kids and enjoys that and is happy with that. Like, that's as I feel like the meaning and the purpose, the real, like, true, like you said, the deep understanding is just understanding that you're happy and content where you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you're happy and content where you are and everything's okay with you, then that's cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're winning at life, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel, bro. You know?
Yeah.
Totally.
Deep understanding, man. It's like,
Oh yeah,
people need a deep understanding, man, in a lot of different ways, you know? Even if it's just, if you have a goal for yourself, you know, if you got a goal for yourself, like, you know, you want to be in real estate, or I don't know, you want to get a platinum plaque, or you want to create the next big NFT, or you want to, you know, produce an orchestra or whatever. Like, you got to have a deep understanding of what it takes to get there and the sacrifices, man. You know what I'm saying? There was this movie that I saw, bro. This shit was crazy, fool. Like, I don't know if you guys ever seen this shit, bro. I'm dead ass, bro.
It's a new movie?
It's been out for a minute. It's called Tick, Tick, Boom. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I never seen it.
Oh my.
Tick, tick, boom.
It's called Tick, Tick, Boom. Yo, that shit brought me to tears at the end of the movie. So, I'm going to tell y'all, it's about this guy. He's in New York, and he's a composer. He's composing, how do you say it? He's composing a symphony, or like, you know, those guys that compose with the, what do they call that?
Conductor.
A conductor, but he's conducting a...
Is it orchestra?
Is it a play or something where like an opera or something?
An orchestra, like underneath the
opera stage?
Yeah, like he has like different vocalists, he has pianists. He's conducting a musical. That's what it is. He's conducting a musical. Okay. He's about to turn 30. The whole point of the movie is he's about to turn 30 and he's trying to conduct this musical that he puts his whole life into. And it's crazy because in the whole movie, he's talking about how he's about to turn 30 and his lights are shutting off in his apartment and he's struggling. He works at like a diner and then he ends up getting like cancer and you know, his girl leaves him and she ends up getting a job out the state and leaves New York and leaves him while all this is going on.
That's crazy.
Bro, crazy movie. And at the end, and it's so powerful because during the course of the movie, he's trying to like he's conducting these musicals, and you know, he keeps trying to, you know, he performs them, and these producers that, you know, because I guess he's doing it to see if these producers want to buy it or play it in their venues or whatever, and they keep rejecting him, and he gets on a call one day with this lady, and he did this musical and all this stuff, and he's like, you know, he put his all into this, right? This is after his girl leaves him and everything. And the lady goes, he's talking to the lady and she's like, oh, it was great, but they don't think it has what it takes, you know, it's you know, and he's like, so what do I do? And she goes, you work on the next one. And she clicks on him. Wow. And he's like breaking down. He goes to his best friend. And his best friend is like, you know, this guy has AIDS. His best friend has AIDS, and his best friend has AIDS and all this stuff, and he's living. He's like a lawyer or something, and he has like this really nice apartment, and he looks like he's living life. Like has good money, drives a nice car, has a good job. He has a nice apartment in New York, whatever. And the guy goes to his friend, and he's like, bro, I need a job. Like, I need a job, bro. I can't do this anymore. Nothing's working for me. I'm about to turn 30 in less than 2 weeks. Like, I need a job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, bro, are you sure you want to do this? Like, bro, I wish I could have the freedom and the choice to do that. Like, he's like, you have the time. He's like, I'm about to turn 30. He's like, you have time. And he's like, what do you mean I have time? You know? And he's like, and then that's when he breaks to him that he's HIV positive and stuff.
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy, bro.
I gotta watch that movie. That's
wild.
wild.
Yeah. And then, you know, what's so crazy about it is at the end of the movie, his musical ends up getting picked up by somebody.
Word. Okay.
Ends up getting picked up by somebody, but the guy ends up dying from colon cancer. It's a true story.
Wow.
True story. He ends up dying from colon cancer. And it's a tragic story, but it just shows you that through perseverance and through strong delusional belief and good intent, anything is possible. Yeah. You can look this up, Tick Tick Boom. It's like it's on Netflix. Like it brought me to tears, bro. Like the end of the movie is the last musical he did. Wow. And he died right before it came out. Sheesh. So that musical came out, and then it got picked up for like six different acts or whatever, and then that musical actually inspired the movie called Rent. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of the movie Rent. It came out years ago, like in early 2008. Okay. But that movie was like a musical / movie, and that was based off of that guy's. That was his blueprint right there.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look up that movie when we slide. That's crazy.
The homie that plays the Spider-Man, Garfield or whatever.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he plays the main guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he plays the main guy,
crazy,
bro.
Man.
Crazy movie. Brought me to tears. I'm there sitting in my room like, oh my god, yo, I'm tearing up. Like, yo, crazy, bro. Crazy.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. And one of the things that we were talking about before we started shooting today was the importance. Like, if you've got a vision, obviously sticking to it, like having a plan and actually executing that plan. Mm-hmm. But not only that, making sure that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people that are going to support that vision and going to lift you up, and people that are going to, collaborate and support, egos out of the way, position glory out the way. It's just, we're here to work and support that vision, man.
For sure, bro. For sure. It's just it's kind of cliche, but that's what it is, bro. Like, you got to be around like-minded people, and not everybody's going to have the same vision as you, bro. Not everybody's going to feel as strongly as you about something. People feel like they could just slack off and get away with some stuff, and it's like, it don't work like that, bro. Like, if you're trying to excel, and everybody on your team has to be on the same page in a sense, you know what I'm saying? They got to have the same vision, the same aspirations. If somebody's lacking, then the ship is lacking. It's a teamwork. It's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a role on this ship. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's the captain, the anchor man, whatever it is, bro, you guys gotta have the same vision.
Get to the destination.
To get to the destination, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, get the job done, bro. Like, do whatever you gotta do to get the job done. And it's like, nothing in life. Look, think about it like this, bro. Nothing in life ever came easy. And it's just like, when you break it down into like a simple, it's like human nature. It's like, it's literally human, like, what's that big ass word, people? Physiology or whatever the fuck. It's human neurology. Psychology. It's proven, bro. Yeah. It's proven. You know what I'm saying? 100%. It's proven. So what my point is, everything starts off in the dark, bro. Everything starts off in the dark, in the unknown, in the what, how, in the what if, in the I don't know, in the I'm scared, in the darkness. What time does the day start? The new day starts at what? Midnight?
Midnight.
Yeah.
It starts at midnight.
Some people say that's the same day.
Yeah, well,
You know,
tell that to the calendar. You know, the date changes, right?
for me, it's when I wake up.
Okay, well.
Nah.
All right,
think?
I feel you. You know what? I used to be like, you know what? The new day starts at 1 a.m., not 12 a.m. Starts at 1 a.m. But anyways, in the general, like how technically, I guess everybody would put it, a new day starts at 12 a.m. In the dark. It starts in the dark, bro. And then what happens? The sun comes out. So everything starts off in the dark, bro. You got to get through the darkness to get to the light. And then what happens? The darkness comes again. And it's an ongoing cycle. There's like, AKA, there's always going to be ups and downs and darkness and light and darkness and light in life. It's just an understanding of knowing that there is light coming. You know what I'm saying? The light will come every day. I heard that from somebody, and that kind of like helped me out in a way. Like yo, even just like the way the world works, the way the universe works, the way just the earth and the solar system and all that works.
Yeah.
It starts off in the dark, bro. Everything starts off in the dark, the unknowing, the not knowing. And then the light comes. And then you can see it. You can see it clear. But it's hard to see when you're in the dark. You feel me? That's why you just got to keep going through that darkness. Even if you feel like you're dancing in the darkness right now. Even if you feel like you're in the unknown. And that's the scariest thing. Like, not knowing. You feel me? Not knowing what's going to happen. It could all fold tomorrow. But just know that there is light at the end of that tunnel, bro. Because think about it. Just think about how the world works. A cycle of life. Light, darkness. The rain goes up to the clouds. It comes down. Precipitation. Plants grow. Carbon dioxide. It's a process, bro. It's a cycle. And I feel like we're all wired in that way. Whether you notice it or not, we're all wired in that way. You know what I'm saying? In some kind of way. You got to get through the darkness to see the light. You feel me?
I think the problem is a lot of people aren't willing to do that. A lot of people just want peaches and cream. Yeah. And, you know, it's happened to all of us. Like, whether it's in the NFT space, crypto space, in the music space, there's ups, there's downs. There's high seasons, there's low seasons, you know. And a lot of people, you know, just aren't willing to push through those, either those low
alleys.
Yeah, man. They just want, you know, I want to see the light at all times. But I feel like the people that really persevere and, you know, make a name for themselves or build a brand like Fives, like Bel Air. Yeah. You know what I mean? Those are the people who are willing to keep going through that darkness and say, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna push through because I know there's more to come.
Definitely. Believe in the vision.
Yeah, man, you gotta be willing to do that. If not, it sounds kind of harsh, but I'm gonna say the game ain't for you, right? Yeah. Like you.
I mean, it's not. Look, man. No great things were built without some sacrifice. Yeah. Like look, Rome. You've heard this a million times. Rome wasn't built in a day. You know how much bloodshed and sacrifice there was to build that empire, bro? Like people died for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you gotta go do the same thing. You don't gotta do all that. But what I'm saying is like you gotta be willing to sacrifice for this, bro. Whatever it is you want to do, like you gotta sacrifice, man. You're not. It's just blood is spiritual currency. Okay, it's spiritual currency. Not to say you gotta give your life, or you gotta give your blood, sweat, and tears. Meaning you gotta give your blood, sweat, and tears to get to that point in your life where you can envision yourself, but you just have to physically get yourself there. And how you do that? What we're talking about. And I'm a testament. Like I do this every day. I'm not where I want to be particularly, but I have my blueprint, I have my routine, and I stick by it no matter what. And it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for me to sit my ass down and realize, like, okay, I need to follow this regimen, because if not, my life's just gonna spiral out of control. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Yo, first and foremost, before we keep going, I want to give a shout out to the camera crew, Marzia Films, High Life Productions, killing the game. Shout out to them. I'm gonna take a shot for y'all right now. That V-Own, you feel me? Shout out to Black Bottle Boys and Bel Air, Silver and Brands. But special shout out to the camera crew, because they doing their thing. They doing some great work. They came all the way from Naples. We in Miami. If y'all don't know, that's on the west side of Florida. I'm on the east side. It's like an hour or two, maybe 2.5 to Miami. They came down from the morning, kicked it with me all day, and provided just an exceptional camera experience. Yeah. Make sure y'all tap in with them. Marzia Films, High Life Productions, man. Shout out to them.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Sensational.
Yes, sir.
Sensational. Great people. Easy to work with, man. Quality.
Hell that's the kind of people you want to be around. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, definitely, man. You got to have a team, man.
High level creatives. People are creative in different ways. Like, you just got to tap into, like, where that is for them, because everyone's got that in them. It's just, like, where their strengths at. So, you just tag team, like, you're like, yo, this guy's good at this guy's good at this.
Yeah.
Boom.
I feel like everybody's good at something. You just got to find out what it is. I feel like everybody has something that they're really good at,
100%.
I think. Yeah. I don't believe in talent. I don't believe in talent.
I believe in talent.
I don't. I have to disagree. I don't.
You say hard work?
I believe in hard work. I believe you can create talent. Now look, let me take that. Let me try to like shed that.
Play with that.
I'm gonna see where
let me alter that a little bit. Some people might have it better than others. Some people, like you might be a better video editor than me, or you might be a better basketball player than me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I might be a little better at skateboarding or something. Miguel might be better at the guitar or the piano. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has that in them. You know what I'm saying? A little more of something in them, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like if somebody has a desire to like be great at something, it starts with the discipline, and then the discipline. From the discipline, you know what I'm saying? You expand from discipline.
Correct.
Just applying discipline and consistency, I feel like, it grows into something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. And you hit a word. You hit a word you hit a word on the right on the head. It's diligence, man.
Absolutely.
100%. Gotta be dedicated.
What's up?
Bro, what's good, Brody?
What's up, fam?
How you gonna just walk in on me like that?
Walking on what?
I'm shooting.
I know you are. I was watching. What do you mean? You took a break.
No.
Now you happy?
Yeah.
Here's my cat, bro.
You need to say that. I know. I was watching. And y'all took a break. That's why I pulled up.
Wow. Great.
That's gold. That's gold. That's gold, man.
Alright, for sure.
We gotta get this done. So, alright. So, where was I? Are we still rolling? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Alright.
How important is it, to recognize that you may have talent, but that talent without hard work is wasted?
Yeah, I was in the middle of saying something, and then like
talking about diligence.
Oh, discipline.
Yeah, that discipline.
Yeah. So what I was telling y'all was like I feel like I don't believe in talent. You know what I'm saying? I believe now some people might have it more in them than others, but I feel like if you put hard work and consistency beats talent any day. You've heard this probably already 100 times, but who would you rather have on your team, right? Somebody that shoots 100 jumpers and makes, and is a great what do you call it? You call it a
jump shot.
Jump shot, has a great jump shot, or somebody that shows up to the gym every single day and still, puts in the work. So it's like, what do you, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that's hardworking and can build that talent, or somebody that's lazy and has a little bit of talent.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel.
And I think in terms of the longevity, if you're in it for the short game, then you could have some talent for something. But in terms of longevity, in terms of the consistency of you doing something, the hard work is gonna prevail any day of the week over talent. 100%. I agree with that,
man. 1000%, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's how I feel too. But now, is there such thing as talent?
What do you think, Robbie?
What do you think, dog?
Because he said he didn't believe in talent. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And then
it's a combination of everything. I mean, talent does exist. I don't know what that means. I feel like whether that's a combination of intangible skills, like the unspoken ability to be able to have strength or something, or combining that with hard work, like combining something like intangibles with hard work. I think that is talent as well. Or talent is also like knowing the best way to spend your time. Like, you might not be so talented at something, but you spend the best amount of time at the highest quality, that you're going to have the higher output than someone who's like putting in hard work, but then like they're just wasting a bunch of time in that process. They're not doing it a smart way. So it's like a combination of like different intangibles, tangible skills that like I think defines what talent is.
Yeah.
Well, what are those skills? What you think are those skills like? What do you?
I mean, it could be like basic human like concepts like patience. It could be vision, you know, imagery.
Yeah.
It could be clarity. It could be honesty. It could be
clarity.
You know, I think that's enough. It could be all those things and more. Like whatever it is, like the core of our humanity. It could be that. And if someone's able to express it the best way, that's a talented person, bro. I think an artist is the one most like himself.
I feel that.
Like that.
You know, Rick Rubin talks about that too. He's like, you know, when you can just feel like yourself, like when you can literally just be sure about how you feel, regardless of what's going on out around you. That's, you know, that's a true artist. You know what I mean? Like somebody that could just knows how they feel, isn't scared to express it, and this is how they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And we've talked about the difference between being confident in your abilities, being confident when you walk into a room, and, you know, being an asshole. You know, we've talked about that, and that's something that I've struggled with, but because the way I was raised was to be very humble, the way I was raised was to be like, you know, very respectful and very humble, that sometimes that, like, you know, I've had to learn how to walk into a room and be confident without being an asshole, obviously. But
how do you not be an asshole? Like,
man, being confident in yourself. But you know, I think an asshole is someone who
What's the definition of an asshole? People are gonna chop this. The definition of an asshole.
Oh, no, it's in some shorts. No, but I think it's you know, yes, being confident in your abilities, being confident in the hard work you've put in, maybe in that sprinkle of talent that you may have. But I think the difference is when it comes down, I think, to how you treat other people. You know, in the studio, it's a certain vibe, and the vibe's gotta stay up there.
Like, you have to learn, like, because I know I did shit. Learning, like, studio etiquette type shit.
Correct, and it's knowing when to speak. It's knowing when not to speak. And I think, you know, you can be confident in your abilities when you walk into a room, any room. This doesn't have to be with music. It could be music if you're an owner of a restaurant, if you're, you know, an athlete. Walking in with confidence, but then never treating anyone less simply because you may have done more, or you may have more experience, or you may have worked longer in something. Treating everybody the same is crucial. And we see it, like, I see it clearer and clearer every day. Like, the circle becomes so smaller and more concentrated, and the world is so small, and everybody knows everybody. Like, you know, we went to an event today. I know that's not the first or last time I'm going to see them. You know what I mean? I'm going to run into them again. And,
of course.
And can you imagine if, you know, how that bad taste...
These are the first steps, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those are the first steps, man. Yeah. Like, and I feel like that's dope that you know that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Yo, I got a question, you guys. I want to talk to you. What do you guys see community as? Because, like, especially in crypto and Web3, like, community is, like, one of the trifectas, like,
big.
It's like one of the biggest things. So, like,
yeah.
You know, you guys being who you are, both in your respect and deep in the music field, like, what does community look like to you? What's your role in community? Do you think about community? Like, what's that kind of thing look like for you? Like, define community for you. Because, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. For community, for me, is people in my same circle, possibly in the same industry, that have the same goal. And yes, a lot of people might say they have, I'm doing this for this reason, and they may have other reasons. Some people do it for the money, some people do it for the status that it provides, but as well, the parties. But you know, I love music. I know Trop loves music. We do this because we love music, and my community is huge for me. So if I could define it, community is a group of people, like-minded people that are down to support and bring each other up. Being competitive, because it's cutthroat. You know it, I know it, we all know it's cutthroat out here, but being humble enough to collaborate, being humble enough to listen, and build something better, man. My weakness could be your strength,
Absolutely.
or, you know, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's super important.
Hell yeah, man.
How about you? What would you say community is for you, Trop?
Man.
Especially like in the music field, like what does that look like?
Bro, I feel like community is, like you said, people that are like-minded like you, that think like you, that understand you. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to you know, sometimes that you have to leave the community to come back and save the community. You feel what I'm saying? The king has to leave the town to go to war or whatever and come back and save.
That's
you feel me? That's you know, of course, I love my community and, you know, the community and everybody that supports me and thinks like me and stands on what I stand on. It's just sometimes it's like, you know what, if I gotta do something, you know what I'm saying, and some people aren't behind you, or some people, like I was talking earlier, don't see the vision. It's like you gotta go on that journey. You gotta let that ship sail, and you gotta, you know, it's on you to. It's really in your character and defines you how your character, what you do to come back to help those that may not understood. You feel me? They didn't understand. You feel me? They may not have understood Steve Jobs, or they may not have understood Elon Musk, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't understand them, bro, until they showed them, and they came back and they're like, bro, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna buy these projects out now, bro. You know what I'm saying? These are my projects now. You feel me? Like.
Then they got their own communities now. Like Elon got everyone who owns a Tesla is part of Elon's community,
bro. You feel me? And at the same time, though, he's helping the world. Any way you want to put it, bro. He's helping the world, bro, be a better place. He can't say he's not. He's making electric cars. You know what I'm saying? Like every. I
think people forget communities are made up of individuals. Like it first starts off with like us as individuals, and it grows from there with our like-mindedness, with our like shared identity, shared vision, shared goals. Like it starts with you, you know, like the vision that you have for yourself, and it grows from there. And that's how we start forming together. It's like a giant. Like,
that's key. That's key. Yeah, exactly. It forms a web because people start believing in that vision. You feel me? And it's like, okay, now when you start making an impact, I feel like that's, you know, you start making an impact.
Those are the people who support you. People in your community are supporting you. So like you build a strong community, you're building the strongest foundation for your own success and empowering other people in your community too. Just like feeds into itself. It's a beautiful thing.
It is. It really is.
And I think in everything that you do, everyone wants to be supported. If you got merch, you want your homies to cop the merch. You want your homies to be the first to cop the merch. If you open a restaurant,
and you would do the same for your homies.
Correct. I mean, it should be both ways. It should be both ways. I know it's like that with us. If you call me up to like come to the studio, I'm there. And if I got a session, I call you up. I know you're gonna pull up if you can, and likewise for us. So that's super important, man. And speaking about community, something that we were all talking about earlier.
Community. That's like. That was a good, you know, breakdown.
It does.
Yeah, definitely, you know.
Now with all these social media things that are happening, the advances with especially like the blue check mark.
Let's talk blue check.
Do you
He's
think
a blue check copper?
Do you think that the new blue check mark, is it metadata? Meta verified. Do you think that that's gonna help the community? What are the pros? What are the cons? We were talking about some of those today.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's. I really don't know what's gonna help out. Like, I mean, what now? Everybody knows you could pay for a check, right? So it's like, why?
Everyone's been paying for a check, though.
I know they have.
Okay, everyone's been paying for a check. Let's talk facts.
They have.
So, all right, let's call it what it is.
But look, this is the thing, though. To get the check, you needed some kind of...
You needed to know someone.
No, you needed to know somebody, but you needed to be able to even get the check. Doesn't matter how much you paid. You needed to have valid publications about yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You needed to have some kind of...
All right.
Like substance.
What was the point? What was the point of the check? Let's talk like... What did the check do? What was the check?
I think having the check mark, the blue check, be so exclusive, it provided value.
Okay, why was it exclusive? Who was it exclusive to?
I think a lot to artists.
Celebrities.
To me, I feel like at the time before this $15 check, like that blue check mark kind of, if you had a brand in it, a brand that had some kind of impact, that kind of had some notoriety, that check would actually solidify that and make that real, because obviously like people can go to you and be like, okay, this is the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is the one that's behind this, or he's the one that did that, and things like that. Or, I feel like if you have some notoriety or credibility to your name, whether you're a news anchor, whether you're an author, whether you're a musician, you know what I'm saying? Or even just
credibility.
You own, you're the CEO of Ford Motors. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
I got your breakdown. So, it was meant to verify real people. These are the celebrities, right? These are like, okay, this is who this person is. This is their official account, right?
Yeah. Because anyone can open, like, I can go on Instagram right now and open a TropDavinci account.
Exactly, and pretend to be him and stuff like that. But only the real one has a blue check mark.
And he got verified before, like,
so what are we talking about?
But it added credibility, because I know that if he hits me up through the DM...
hold on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Now, this is what I'm saying. Only real people get the blue check mark. Now you just pay for it. Now everyone is a real person. Now everyone was a blue check mark.
Right.
And so security, now we know who's who based off security, because you're paying $15 for the bots. Now fake people, fake girls. You know what I want to say?
Yeah.
Fake.
But hold up. But what's the point?
So now you just knowing who's real and who's not. And if you don't, then you don't look real.
So you're saying it would help the community?
It would help, because now the real people.
So you're saying like it separates the fake accounts from the real.
Yes, because also the algorithm too. If you don't pay for that blue check, when you think Instagram is still gonna want to show your post over the people who actually paid.
That might have, I could believe that. That's fact.
That's a pro right there.
So you're not gonna be.
I don't disagree with the blue check. I think it's cool. If everybody wants to get a blue check, that's
everyone
cool.
will. It's not everyone. If it's more like when. Everyone is gonna get the blue check. Everyone is gonna pay for
That's
Netflix.
why they're gonna change that. They're gonna change that, and that's why they took off because you used to be able to get paid off reels.
Okay.
Now you don't get paid off reels anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember I used to make a little bit of money on reels. Instagram used to pay me for the reels, and now that they got the subscription, people aren't gonna pay. They're not gonna be paying out for reels, because everybody's gonna be paying that subscription money with the reels.
Exactly.
It's like Instagram's paying their blue checks,
Exactly.
But they're gonna change it to a gold check. Everyone who was verified prior to.
You gotta look at Twitter. Twitter's leading the way. Twitter's already been doing that. So now real accounts for like real organizations, companies get a gold check mark.
Right.
Now, the game is different. So, if people gotta adapt or they're not, you're gonna look like the loser who's like, I'm a rebel. Like, no, just get the blue check mark, bro. Everyone is already paying for it. You look like a cheap person. Like, you want to pay $15?
Man, that's crazy.
Because everyone wants it, bro. Everyone's gonna get it. Everyone's gonna get what they want.
Yeah. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like, think about it, man. Like, how that time, if you really think about how times really have changed, bro, like, it went from a blue check used to be like, wow, this person, to like, yo, everybody can get it for $15.
Yeah, and we were talking about, like, it's not as exclusive anymore. A Lambo, a Lambo or a Rolls Royce is coveted by many because of its exclusivity, correct? Like, it's exclusive, not everyone's got one. But if everybody had a Lambo, it's not as exclusive.
Remember when, we were live, sorry. When there was horses and cars came out. Yeah. And then, only rich people had cars. And now everyone has horses too.
But don't go too far back, because in Puerto Rico, when we was growing up, only the rich people had central AC going through the entire house. And everybody who was broke had a fan. Everybody had fans in every room. The kitchen had 2 fans. The bedroom had a fan. The bathroom had a fan.
They had centralized AC in PR?
Now most houses do.
For real, they don't have the what's it called?
Most people will have it's like a bar above in every room, and that's where the AC comes out of. But it's a single unit for every room. So it's cold as hell. It's really cold. But yeah, no. So like that was
It's a lot.
but that was like exclusive. But now everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. So
But it's okay. That's a betterment for society now that everyone has it, right?
yeah, no, it is.
Wouldn't it be better? Like if everyone was able to
I feel
verify
that.
identity.
Okay, all right. You know what? That's a good
Identity.
point. That's a good point. I didn't understand it at first. I thought you were saying like, but now that you break it down, like you can verify your identity
Because that's what they were already doing before. Like, just look at the original intent, and now they made it accessible for anyone else, but off their profit. They're still profiting off of it.
Oh, 1,000. They're making billions.
Of course,
Yeah.
they got to. But
Twitter
now,
made billions,
but now it's accessible to everyone. So like,
But yeah, man. After all the like talking on social media, Meta verified, what social media where social media is going to nowadays? Where you guys see the future of social media going? What social media platform do you think is going to provide content creators with the most bread? Because you said Instagram is not giving money for reels anymore.
Tinder. No, I'm kidding.
That is a social media platform. But out of Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
I am
YouTube,
not on
YouTube.
Tinder by any chance. You will not find me on Tinder.
clarify.
It's El Tigre. That's what's on.
Yeah,
on Tinder.
it's just a tiger paw.
It's just a rar.
Just claws. You feel
But
me?
I mean, TikTok I know is giving gives content creators money, but then I know TikTok is going through this thing right now where they don't know if they're gonna stay open or are they gonna shut it down in the United States.
right.
China's doing its thing, but
Man, it's not. I don't even know. It's
you-
looking bad for TikTok.
YouTube Shorts I know is killing it right now.
Oh yeah.
YouTube
I
Shorts.
think YouTube Shorts is king, bro. I think YouTube is king. Like,
King.
because
It's gonna-
why?
I agree.
Google's king, and Google owns YouTube.
Yep.
And then YouTube is the second largest world search engine.
I feel like YouTube's gonna take over cable television, and it's gonna be.
It already is. YouTube TV is already eating at its highest.
Bro, how many-
Yeah. Pay per view, all that. I feel like it's gonna go to YouTube. People are gonna go to YouTube and go to Instagram for the news.
How many more people will sit down when they're eating their meal and watch a podcast versus turning on Netflix nowadays?
Or
Like,
the TV,
or
or
even
even cable channel. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cable period, but even like Netflix, I know like now if I got 20 minutes to eat, I gotta eat quick. I'm probably playing some, like an interview or I'm playing a podcast show or, you know what I mean? Like that shit is king right now, and it's I think it's gonna if not already taken off, it's gonna take off. Yeah, man.
I think, as of March 1st, YouTube Shorts are able to be monetized. So March 1st, 2023, we just changed the game.
Wow.
People are able to start making money off Shorts, off
I
the
didn't know that.
advertisement on their videos. And if TikTok doesn't do anything, they're not going to be able to compete with YouTube because creators aren't earning enough on TikTok, even though they're going viral. It's got the best algorithm, most views.
Yeah, with the live, like I know
YouTube
people
will
tip
be.
on the live and TikTok and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Kick is going to be there, like Twitch, like they're changing the game for live
Facebook,
streamers.
I feel like Facebook is gonna come back, man.
Facebook's coming back, bro.
Don't
Y'all
ever
think-
doubt Mark Zuckerberg,
You
man.
think it's gonna come back?
Facebook.
I feel like it's always gonna be there.
especially for older
I agree.
people.
I agree. It's always
There's
gonna be
an existing market for it.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like Facebook. For me, obviously, I agree with the YouTube. I think YouTube's gonna just take over the whole entire game, bro. Like it's just what YouTube is on is just revolutionary.
Change.
It's gonna change the course of history of television. It's the new television.
Yeah.
It's not even gonna, I feel like it's not even gonna be called television. It's gonna call it YouTube. Oh, turn on YouTube.
I mean, you've
You
got
know?
YouTube TV already, like
Yeah. Like,
killing
like
it.
they're gonna get rid of that. Get rid of that television thing or whatever through YouTube. So yeah, YouTube king for sure. And I feel like Facebook is gonna be around right there on the back burner. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And yeah.
Always, man.
I don't know what's in store for Facebook though. I know definitely I wouldn't doubt what they got going on because they just got Meta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And Meta.
And you can get verified on Facebook now. That's fire.
So, let's touch on the topic of VR. What do you
Okay.
guys think about like virtual future or augmented future? Like, what's that looking like for us? Like from your
I believe in it.
perspective.
It's obviously I feel like it's going that way.
So let's talk about a time frame. Like, what you thinking? Like, how long before we start seeing in our daily lives, similar like when we first picked up the iPhone. Y'all remember that? That was powerful.
Yeah.
When we first picked up the
Yeah.
first iPhone.
I'm gonna say less than 10 years. And 10 years may sound like a lot, but it's not a lot.
Damn, y'all really think about that, man. We
It's
about
not
to
a
see
lot.
VR.
It's not a lot
No,
of time.
bro,
Yeah.
we're gonna see it before 2030, bro. 2030.
You
I
think
was
so?
thinking
5 years. 5 year frame.
7 years, something like 5-7 years. Like,
Wow.
right there, right around the corner. More AR though. Like I feel like the glasses thing. We're gonna be wearing stuff. We're gonna be wearing like smart technology. We're gonna be wearing, more. The watches are gonna get crazier. The phone's gonna get crazier.
I feel like holograms are gonna be like.
Yeah,
like
it's gonna be the
you
norm.
know how in Star Wars they have the hologram and it's the person talking and it's like the hologram. I feel like it's gonna be something like that.
like Snapchat filter kind
You
of
have
thing.
a hologram like of the person. Like
I mean, these days you can enjoy a concert in VR. It's like you right there.
Yo, Travis was in a Fortnite a couple years ago. He did a
That
Fortnite
was
concert.
way ahead of his time. Like that's
and
That
they
was
did
great.
they've done like concerts in the metaverse.
That's what I'm saying. So
You know what I'm
like,
saying? They've done like Justin Bieber concerts and Snoop Dogg did a concert in the metaverse. I mean, I've heard
The
about that.
Sandbox, he did it in some
On
Decentraland,
Sandbox.
Crazy.
like the certain metaverse. There's, like, a bunch of different ones.
Right. I've been on there one time. I just jumped in or some shit. But it was
oh
cool.
yeah, man.
We'll check it out sometime. We'll sit down and
Yeah,
That's
bro. You
right.
know what? That shit reminds me of like RuneScape. You ever play RuneScape?
bro, all time.
It reminds me
All the
just of RuneScape or like almost like World of Warcraft. It's just the weirdest thing. It's just you run around and you got
There's
like this
things
little.
like that.
You can create your little character. I don't know if this was the.
yeah.
I mean, I thought I was in the metaverse. I'm pretty sure I was in the metaverse. Like it was a character, right? It was a little guy that you can customize and stuff. And you go in there and there's a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
And then there's like art. You can go on like houses.
Yeah.
And you can go to like different.
Crazy.
It's the weirdest thing ever, man. But hey, man.
Yeah, man.
That's the world we're living in, and that's the future.
Yeah, man. One thing I wanted to ask you guys was, where do you guys go for inspiration? Like when you're,
I go to. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna say that. Man, I do yoga. No, I'm kidding.
Man, if I pull up to the studio and I see you with a mat
Yoga.
and some short shorts,
Listen,
sweating,
no.
the AC off, just sweating.
Why?
Hot yoga,
Yo. Let me tell you right now. Google the 15 books that Steve Jobs reads.
Okay.
And every single one of them is about yoga. I swear to God. Every single one of them is about yoga. He talks about how yoga is
I'm
like a
actually about to
spiritual
do
thing
that.
and everything. Yeah, man, I'm telling you,
That's
man.
crazy,
Yeah.
bro.
Yoga, bro. There's something there that I haven't tried it yet, but like I don't know, man. I'm not, there's something spiritual about it, man.
Yeah, man. When's your birthday? I'll get you a yoga mat. So you start doing some AC off in Miami summer.
I'll give me
Door
a book for that,
open.
I'll do her,
Word.
yoga.
That's fine.
Little naked twister. I'm kidding.
So for you is obviously music, inspiration, yoga, inspiration.
Bro, yeah. I would say like what inspires me, bro, is just where I find inspiration. And like people talking about their darkest, hardest times and overcoming those hard times. When, like somebody overcame through a hard struggle, a hardship. That's what inspires me. Like no matter what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or just like or somebody talking about their process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I feel.
How about you, Robbie? What inspires you, or where do you go for inspiration?
Feel like some silence.
For
It'll
real.
come to you.
Yeah,
No,
right.
for real.
Let it.
Some peace. And then you can start like thinking about like what's the next move.
Yeah. Most definitely. I still to this day blast my music in the car, but I've been finding recently that sometimes I'll just be driving in silence, and
Oh my God, I do that shit all the time.
and that'll actually clear my head a little
Because
bit.
we get a lot of overload. We're in such a like consumer world. Like we're always consuming so much content because the output is so much higher. So like when moments of silence, and that's when
It's
you
more
kind of sort
valuable.
your stuff out and you get some clarity on like
Clarity.
what can inspire you.
You just broke that down to me in a way that I didn't really. That's what it is. We consume so much, bro.
Yeah.
Like I literally consume nothing but music, loud music, and that's why I get in my car and I don't listen. People think I'm crazy, bro. How can you just listen to nothing? I ride in silence, bro.
Yeah.
Like just the sound of the road. Like sometimes I listen to the new beats or the music, whatever. But majority of the time, I just and it's like, bro.
It's clearing.
You need
Clears your
it.
head.
Like
It's a little clarity.
consuming in my head just all that stuff, and it's like,
You need to consume some silence.
yeah.
There's value in silence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's valuable. Oh yeah.
So why don't you tell people what you got going on and wrap this up?
Yeah, man. Man, we appreciate everybody watching. First and foremost, you know, expect more of these. The first of many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just the beginning.
And then just, you know, what we got going on is a lot more. I got it Tigre, my album, my personal album. It's out. If you want to listen to it, go ahead. You know, it's on all streaming platforms. Get at me if, you know, you're in Miami, you need some studio time, whatever it may be, some beats. You know, you can see me around. I'll produce, you know, some tracks here and there. And just stay working, man. You know, shout out to everybody tuning in. If you're going through something, if you're trying to find some motivation, you know, you came to the right place.
Tap in.
Tap into us, you know what I'm saying, what we got going on. Maximize Motion Podcast, TropDavinci at Tigre Productions. My partners, Miguel
go.
Santos Robbie.
Man,
You know
thanks
what
for
I'm
having
saying?
us.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for having us, Trop.
And that's the wrap. That's how you do it.
The opinion.
That's how you